All right, working class hustlers, we're back here at Ollie's. As you can see, most of the time I don't source at Ollie's anymore because I've focused more on snack foods. That's my thing. Eventually, you're going to find your thing. However, every now and then, you still need to go in Ollie's. We'll talk about exactly what I did. Now, the way you got to do it, you'll notice, I'm running a legitimate business, so I have my reseller certificate. That way I don't pay tax. You don't want to do that. You want a degree of separation. And I used my 15% coupon being a part of Ollie's Army. It's all free. So you got to be thinking about ways to get that degree of separation that you need. So real quick, let's take a look at what we got here. We picked up these 5 packs of Old Spice. That's deodorant. We picked up these 3 packs of body wash. And then this is interesting. Now, in some earlier videos, you've seen me source some clocks, and they actually ended up selling really well. But I scanned these. They looked good. We're going to go into the shop. We're going to look at exactly how I evaluated. Now, remember, hustlers, you know I preach, I hoop, I holler. And the thing of it is your most valuable skill is the ability to evaluate products. Looking at this and saying, hey, what is the potential that I could make some money? And also, I got a little something for me. It's so exciting. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, working class hustlers of America and all across the globe? My name is Horace, also known as La Machine, and this is what to sell on Amazon, especially if you're catching me on YouTube. It's also the Working Class Hustler podcast. Those of you who know me and have known me for years know that I affectionately refer to you as Working Class Hustlers. So we just started a podcast, Working Class Hustler podcast. And you know, you might be wondering, all right, Horace, that's more work. You doggone right it is. And if you're like me, you work a full-time job. So Horace, why would you be taking on more work? You know what? Because you're worth it. I am drawn to do this. I can't, I try to figure out why. I'm just following my path, and this is what I love. So the point is this, and I've talked to my producer, Jim. I don't talk to the working class hustlers about it a lot, but this will probably be the last year that I really put a real concerted effort into the YouTube channel. And then that's fine, because I've been doing it since 2017. I don't know where we are, probably 350 videos of free content to help you out in all areas, you know, shipping, tactical arbitrage, inventory lab, and on and on and on. It's what we do. But you know what I figured out, and we're going to look at my numbers for those of you catching me on YouTube. My numbers are going up. Why? Because I'm putting more effort, time, energy into my own Amazon business. I was neglecting that because I just love talking to you and giving you info and trying to figure out ways to bring value to you. That's wonderful, but it does not pay my bills because I don't really make any money out here. I guess that's my fault. But what I want to test, you know, I want to see if I can find more of the type of audience that I'm looking for in the form of a podcast. So find me on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, wherever you can find the podcast, because we do more long form content here. And that's another thing about it. Because I prefer long form content, and a lot of people on YouTube, they don't have the attention span. A lot of YouTube is just entertainment. Let me watch anything, whether it's funny videos, whether it's politics. It's something to keep me engaged. It's something, a form of entertainment. Some people actually think if it's personal development videos, if it's videos like this, how to make money,
As long as they're watching videos, they actually feel as if they're doing something. And that's great, because what is the value of a feeling? Well, it's priceless. So if that's what you're doing and you're getting the feeling that you want to feel, you're doing great. Because guys, in this life, everything boils down to one thing. And that one thing is feeling. But around here, we roll our sleeves up, we get busy. Like I said, this will probably be the last year. 2022 is the last year that I'm really going to be regularly producing and putting a real effort into it. I'm not saying that the channel is going to shut down. I'm not saying that I'll never produce content again. But as I transition to getting to where I'm headed to 7 figures. You can come along with me if you want. If you don't, that's fine, you know. But in this last year, I'm going to see if there's a couple more areas of, you know, content creation that might help me attract the true working class hustler. That'll be the podcast, and also I'm going to start a blog as well. Those are things I think I can handle. All the Facebook, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Instagram, I just don't think that's my way. If you have an opinion about that, let me know. But yeah, cleaning house, well, a little bit of housekeeping. Guys, I have a concept around here, and that's another reason I think that podcasting might be a good way for me to go, because I got my own message and my own philosophy, and you're going to hear me yipping and yapping and preaching and hooping and hollering, because I do not believe in quitting your job if you have a job. Now, let's be clear on that. I say, hey, if you have a job, don't quit your job just because you think that is the popular sentiment. Just because every time you're busy watching a video, you get interrupted by somebody talking about fire your boss. I hated my job. I know how you feel. And I was able to do this and I was able to do that. That's just not my message. And I'm okay with that. I don't need to be like everybody else. I'm sure there's one person, and that's who I'm looking for. If you're that one person that has a job and actually want to keep that job, but want to learn a surefire way, a guaranteed way to bring in additional revenue. And I'm not talking about $1 million. That's why you don't see me in front of a jet plane like some of these people where they want to attract and bring you in with lifestyle. That's not what it is. But I will tell you this, an extra $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 a month, that is life-changing for me. And if that would be life-changing for you, then hey, you are in the right place, because that is what I'm all about. It's not complicated. It is longer form content. So this is for people who are serious about this, not just surfing around and just playing around and don't even want to claim that they want to make some money, unwilling to even digest the free content that's out here. I don't need to put bite-sized baby chunks for you. You're adults. If you're interested in selling on Amazon, you're an adult. I'm going to assume that. And you should be able to handle some real long-form content, because you ain't going to get there. You're not going to get there without real instruction from a person who's going. You got to understand, guys, this is my time. I don't have to do this. Do you realize how many people are out here selling on Amazon and ain't trying to tell you nothing? They're not out here like me, giving their time, effort, energy, and money for your benefit for years. So let's just get that out of the way. I'm happy to report that most people leave. I come out with this stuff every week. Me and my producer can't tell you. We don't know the last time that we didn't come out with content. I don't know. It's been that long. And most people leave within 7 to 9 minutes. That's fine, because I don't depend on, you hanging around for me to make money. Here's the thing about me, guys. I do the business. My business model is not, okay, let me make money by teaching you how to make money. My motto is, let me make money doing what I teach. Okay? So does that make sense? But again, I'm looking for that one person who's interested in making some additional income. Not quit your job. You don't have to quit your job in order to feel successful. You can like your job. I actually like mine. And the only reason I would consider leaving is because something else comes along that's just way too consuming and I can replace everything that I could possibly get from the job. At this point, I'm going to tell you, I like having a pension. I'm a union worker. I'm a truck driver by trade. I like having some of the best health benefits. I'm almost 53 years old, guys. That's a deal for me. That having health care that's a thing. Okay. And I like having regular, predictable income. That's a thing. I like having that, so that brings up another thing, guys. I'm a middle-aged man and I'm doing this and I didn't do everything right. Okay. If you're like me, you're 53, life is short. You might be lucky to get another 20, 30 years. Okay. And I didn't make all the right choices. I made a whole bunch of bad choices. So I'm not here to stand in front of you talking about, oh, I did everything right. Be like me. I'm here to say, hey, I made some terrible financial mistakes, but I found a way to make some extra money. And with some persistence, some perseverance, and a little bit of luck, we might just get out of this. And if you get on board, everything, I promise you, everything that's working for me, I'm going to share it with you. So we were at Ollie's on Sunday. And as I said in the intro, I don't do Ollie's as much as I used to. Couple reasons. Going in, my app just doesn't seem to be working right. Now, mind you, when I'm out and about scanning, I'm usually using the Amazon seller app. And it's been getting kind of wonky on me. I probably should be using Scoutify, which comes with Inventory Lab. Maybe I'll do that because what's been happening is I'm scanning things and it's telling me that I'm not approved to sell it. And a lot of times it's things I know I'm approved to sell, brands, categories, whatever the case. And it just got to the point where I was like, okay, look, I do mostly online arbitrage anyway. And a lot of what there's two reasons I'm back in Ollie's. Number one, is good for you because you need ways to make money and places to source. So if you're lucky enough to have an Ollie's, they can be good. Two, I got to think about my business and I can't get pigeonholed. I love online arbitrage because I work a full-time job that saves me time and effort. There's a lot of, it's physical. It is physical work going in the store scanning, and 3 hours is gone in the twinkling of an eye. You're hungry, you're hangry, you're over it, your feet hurt, especially if you're old like me. So, but still, I'm leaving money on the table. And here's what we're going to do. Remember, guys, we ended up sourcing these Route 66 clocks, wall clocks. Guys, if you're with me on the podcast, you can we'll see. Now I'm new to podcasting, so there's got to be some place in the show notes or whatever where I can put a link. You can check this out. Come over to YouTube where you can visually see this, because you got to be able to look at it. Okay, we got the Old Spice Fiji body wash pack of 3, and then we have the Old Spice deodorant. It is a aluminum free, and I think it's a 5-pack. So we're gonna break this down, and the way we're gonna do it, I'm gonna show you exactly what I was looking at on my screen. Then I'm gonna show you how I actually made the choice. Remember, guys, I say it all the time. Your most valuable skill when it comes to sourcing products to sell on Amazon, and I don't care if it's arbitrage, if it's wholesale, if it's private label, whatever. Your most valuable asset, the most valuable skill that you're going to develop is your ability to evaluate. Can I make money on this particular product? Okay. And then it gets deeper. If I can make money, what's the likelihood that the product is going to sell at that profit, and how much could I estimate? Because those are things that are going to factor in. You get into all sorts of other things, evaluating the competition, evaluating the time of year, evaluating this and that. I mean, it's just a lot. And we have videos that really break down the 7 steps to doing that. So we're gonna be referencing that and giving you ways to see all of that free information as well. But let me get over, let's bring you in. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a quick, very quick look at my Amazon account because you need to see that. Okay, so let's take a quick look. So here we are inside of my Seller Central account. You can see today is May the 23rd. The year is 2022. Now, if we come over, we're just looking up at today's sales. Today, we've got 19 sales for $454.96. If you go over the last 30 days, you're right at 16,000, just under. Now, it just depends on what you're looking at. For example, if we come over and we look inside of my seller app, well, you're going to see it a little bit different. You're going to actually see 16,000 for my running 30. So in other words, if you took today and you went back 30 days, you're talking about gross sales. This isn't what you get to keep. Gross sales of about 16,000. Now, here's the significance of that. Well, you got to, for those of you who follow me, you know, these numbers are just going up, up, up. I normally just look at my videos over the years. I normally hang around $10,000 a month in gross sales. And that's fine because, like I said, I work a regular job. But I made the decision that I wanted to make more money. Now, you don't normally see me get into the 20,000 running day total like that until we get into Q4. Well, I want to do more and it can be done. Okay. All you have to do, there's just a few things that I've been talking about that are so important that you need to do. Okay. It boils down to you thinking and behaving like a manager. And that means, you only need two things to do, guys. You really only need products that sell, and you need to be able to scale the business. If you can do those two things, you got it. But you got to do it in like a professional. You got to do it like a manager. Hustling is great, especially when you're first starting out. But you got to run a legitimate business. And when you start thinking that way, you start making yourself accountable, and you start making sure that you have your replenishables and making sure that you're getting rid of the products that aren't selling. If you're not going to sell the product, you're not going to sell the product. The question is, how much are you going to lose and for how long? You're going into these stores like Walmart and Target and Best Buy and Bed Bath Beyond. And, why do you think they have clearance sales? Why do you think they have markdowns? Because everything that they bought doesn't sell as like they thought it was going to be. They didn't buy a product thinking, well, let's buy this so that we can close it out and, break even or lose money. That's not what they went in trying to do. Who do you think you are? You think you're going to get into business and not take some losses? You're going to do it. If these multi-billion-dollar companies are doing it, that's just life. So get it in your head that you don't have to be perfect. You're not going to bat 100, % all the time. So that's important. That's why I harp on that all the time, because I think that actually keeps people from moving forward, because they want everything to be perfect and they can't stomach any type of loss. I mean, that's just part of business, guys. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with the Route 66 clock. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I was looking at. Okay, when I scanned the product. Okay, so when I scanned the product, this is what I saw. Now, here's what I'm looking at. I'm saying in the gross proceeds, I'm seeing 1917. Okay, now I'm looking at the price tag and I'm seeing $7.99. And again, guys, I'm not paying tax. Jim, if you want to show the receipt there, you're going to notice I didn't pay tax, and I used a 15% coupon. I didn't have to do that, but that's what I was looking at. Then make a note here, because that had some pretty high rank, 592,000 in rank. A lot of people would walk away from that. Good, let them walk. I know. Why did I even grab this off the shelf? Because I've sold that brand of wall clock before, not Route 66. But if you go back, I got videos talking about some clocks that we sourced from that brand from Ollie's and they sold. So a lot of times your experience is what's going to bring you to things. That's why you have to, that's one of the benefits and the rewards of being perseverant. Now, if that's a word. And so, or actually what I should have said was that's one of the benefits of persevering. So anyway, what did I do? While I was in the store on my phone, I was using tactical arbitrage. Okay, let me bring that. Give me a second. I'm going to bring that in. Okay, I was using the software tactical arbitrage on my phone. And what I did was I came down. Let me see. I don't know if you could see it. I came down to tactical edge. And what I did from there, all I did was stick in the ASIN, because what I wanted to do, I kind of wanted to really delve a little deeper and see how many units I might possibly sell. B09. I'm just typing that in right now. And I'm just going to throw in the 799. And then on my phone, this is what I was looking at. Okay, so here's what I was looking at. Now pay attention, guys, because this is where it gets, where experience can play a part. The first thing I come down is I look down and I see zero estimated monthly sales. Now, a lot of people are going to walk away as soon as they see that. Good, because they don't want to have to think. So you got people, listen to me, guys. You got people that are committed, that are going to persevere and continue to do business in the laziest way that they can do it. So they're going to leave things on the table that you can take advantage of because you're willing to think. Okay. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at this graph. It's not a keeper chart. It's tactical arbitrage's own. They have their own graph. And you see where it's in all of this area in tan is when Amazon was selling the product. Now, so here's what we know. Amazon was selling it for a time. Okay. And they were doing just fine. And then when they went out of stock, all of a sudden, all of this velocity, this green line with all that squiggly, it flattened out in terms of it. There's no more up and down going. So I already know Amazon once sold the product. That's usually a good sign because they're smart enough to know what sells. Maybe they just can't get them anymore. Ollie's has things that have been discontinued. That's probably what happened. Here's another thing. I'm looking at the competition. They're all merchant fulfilled. I'm going to sell at FBA. I know I can get an extra $5 anyway, just being the only FBA guy, because I'm going to be able to take advantage of people who want to use Prime memberships. Then I'm looking at the stock. This guy has 5, 1, 1. Then I'm going to come over and I use Inventory Lab. I'm using the Scout feature. And here's what I notice I have it clicked on FBA because you can click over to merchant fulfilled if that's the way you're going to do it. The profit return on investment I'm looking at right now, if I was to sell it for $29.71, I'm looking at a 146%, actually 147 if you round up, return on investment. That means 1.5 times, basically. I'm going to get 1.5 times back what I put in. Well, if you follow my channel, you know I'm happy with 20%. So what we know is when we go back to the chart, it was selling more at a lower price. Now that price was $14.98. I'm not going to go that low. I'll probably lose money. Watch. Okay, list price $14.98. See, I'm going to lose money. But what if I go $19.99? Okay. That means I gave $7.99, a little bit less because I used the coupon, all that. I get back that $7.99 plus another $3.48. That's 44% return on investment. You can't just look at this clock. You got to look at how much money you put out in inventory in a given period of time. You got that money back plus what? If you're getting back everything you put in plus another 44%, guys, you're doing good. you're doing pretty good. You doesn't always have to be a 300% return on investment. You know what I mean? This is a business, okay? And I'm using the fact that I know from experience, people buy clocks. Okay. Now, when I get ready to prep this item, the one thing I hate is these stupid Ollie stickers. Oh my God, they drive me nuts. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you a trick. I'm gonna put that in the next video. It's just gonna be a little shorty to show you a quick method of getting rid of those things. They drive me up the wall. Okay. All right. Now let's look at the next product. It was the Old Spice aluminum-free deodorant 5 count. So again, let's look and see what I was looking at when I was in the store scanning. When I scanned the product in the store, this is what I was looking at. Number one, I saw the rank, which is a little on the high side, but I know deodorant sells. I know Old Spice sells. I looked at the gross proceeds of what, $904. Okay. And then I looked at the price that I'm paying, which is $5.99. Now, again, guys, you do have to factor in what you're going to pay in shipping. But at my level, I pay about, I don't know, 30 cents, 50 cents to get it in, whatever. Then from there, remember, I'm in the store using tactical arbitrage. Just open up a browser in your phone and log into your account. Look at the graph. I'm seeing good velocity. Okay. It's saying estimated monthly sales, but that doesn't scare me because I know that's just an estimate. I'm looking at the FBA. I only see one guy and he only has one in stock. Now, if I wanted to, right through tactical arbitrage, I could go right to the Amazon listing. And there I have an actual keeper chart set up. So I could look. I see enough velocity. I'm okay with that. I mean, there's more that you could do as you get good at this. I mean, you could hover over and see Keeper is estimating 8 a month. So yeah, what I usually do is sort of filter down, prime, new, just sort of looking. Like I said, this guy only has one. I might use the Keeper chart hover, and in that blue column, I might see what the average over the last 90 days has been, and that's actually pretty good. Once again, I'm going to come over and stick that ASIN into the Scout feature, and I'm going to see what I'm really looking at is 2 things. Am I making a profit, and at what return on investment? Why am I looking at that? Because do I have room if I need to adjust? Can I adjust and actually still make a profit, or at least break even? Be competitive. I mean, these are things you're going to learn as a business person. Listen, guys, when you get into items like this, Old Spice, now you're talking about replens. Now you're talking about replenishables, products that you can wash, rinse, and repeat over and over. That's gonna make a difference, guys. Now that's gonna make a difference, because at that point you can actually build a sustainable business. If you want to source wall clocks every time you can find them at Ollie's, that's great, but that's work. You work in a regular job if you're like me. So that means you got to start increasing the amount of replens you can do over time. Now, those are going to reveal themselves. But then you got to make sure that you're keeping those in stock. Now, if you're gated, because this falls under here, let's take a look. Again, we can look. Let's see what category this is. Sometimes it might not be under the category that you would assume. So we're just going to scroll down. And this is in health and household. If you're gated in that, we have ungating courses. And I'm talking, when I say ungating courses, I'm talking about not to be condescending or ignorant, but okay, the way you train somebody that says, press red button, wait for beep, grab item, place on table, like literally step by step. Use the link in the description. You're only going to pay a third if you're interested in that. Now, I don't push getting ungated unless you're serious. Okay. I don't like people getting ungated because that takes time, effort, energy, and money. And you haven't even proven that you're going to do this business. But you know, either you've already proven that you're in the business and you're going to stay, but you just haven't taken the steps to getting ungated, or you know who you are. Guys, we know who we are. We know when we say something, we know if we're really going to do it or not. A lot of us are adults here, so we have a body of work to look at, tell us who we are. If you're ready and you really want to get on the fast track, there is more money in being ungated, okay? But that's not the only way to do it. And now finally, we're going to look at the Old Spice Fiji body wash. So again, what did I look at when I was in the store? Okay, so in the store, again, I was using the Amazon seller app, and right away I'm scanning with my eyes. I'm looking at the sales rank. I'm looking at if Amazon's selling the product. I'm looking at the number of sellers. And then all I need to do, I need to click right here. And then I can see what the net profit is. Now it's showing $1 to get it into the warehouse. That's a safe bet. If you're doing enough volume, that's going to be, you'll be well under that. Okay. Remember, while I'm in the store, I'm looking at, I'm using tactical arbitrage right on my phone. And here's what I'm looking at. Tactical edge, which is a feature in tactical arbitrage. And this is what I'm looking at. Normally right away, I come right to estimated monthly sales, and I'm looking to see if I see a number here. And this says 0 if you don't have experience, or if you don't want to think, evaluate, use your experience, you're gonna pass this up. And that's okay, because some people don't want to have to think. They just want a formula that says, if this says this, move on. That's not how we do it. That's how the majority of people are going to do it. So if you want to get those type of results, fine. But if you want a degree of separation, all you got to do, guys, listen to what I'm about to say right now. If you want a real degree of separation between you and the competition, all you need to do is think, because most people don't want to do that. So what am I thinking about? Well, I'm coming right over to my graph and I'm looking at a lot of velocity. Okay, this goes back to January, as you can see. That velocity held up until like March. Then it flattened out, and I can see Amazon was on it. Now, I can see that buy box going up. Maybe people aren't willing to pay that kind of price. So depending on what you want your return on investment to be, that's going to determine whether or not you get into this product. If I see a lot of room so that if I need to lower my price, I can do it, then that's going to be fine. Now, while I'm looking at the app, I can quickly glance at the merchant fulfills versus FBAs. I'm just looking at all FBAs. This guy has 1, this guy has 10, 2, 18. Let's look at the actual listing where we can get a little bit further into it. And of course, you can do this right on your phone. Okay. Here you're looking at the keeper graph, same general, where you see a lot of velocity. Amazon had it, and then it's sort of flattened out. I can hover over and I can see the average at 35.33. Now in the sales rank column, you see 4.3 drops a month. So you might use that and estimate that about 4 are selling a month, but you have to say 4 are selling a month at that price. Now I'm going to take that ASIN. I'm going to stick it over into Scout. We're going to do a little bit more evaluating. We're going to see how could we position ourselves. Now remember, we paid $7.99 minus 15%. That put us at $6.79. Okay. Now, you're already making $10.60, and that's 156% return on investment. If you tried to sell at 28.50, if you go back to the listing, the buy box and it's prime, which is me, that means it's FBA. He only has 2 in stock. He's selling at 28.50. But if you wanted to, you could move the product quicker than that. What if you were willing to sell for, say, $25.99? You're still getting 124%. What if you were willing to list it at $22.99? See, this is the kind of stuff you could be doing, and other people are looking at you going, oh, he's taking the price. No, you're running your business the way you run it. And maybe the market is willing to pay more. You got a lot of room. I'm happy with 20%. Look how far down I could go and still make the kind of profits that I want to make. It's not about what everybody else is doing. It's about what works for you. Guys, we're going to come back to this because this is a great product. And you look for replens. Now, you might not be able to replen this because this is probably a closeout. Maybe Old Spice quit making these 3 count boxes. You don't know what. Coming shopping at Ollie's is not usually something you can replen. Now, you can go on a run. If it starts moving, you run back to Ollie's. You go to different Ollie's and grab up all you can get. That's fine. But this is probably not going to be a product that you can continue to replen month after month. You know, I've got replens that go for years. But this is still a way to get inventory, make a profit, get things moving. And what you might learn is that you like they got this under grocery and gourmet. Let's look at the listing and see what that really falls under. See if that's what it's under. Yeah, for whatever reason, they got this in grocery and gourmet, which is improper, but I don't know why it's like that. Either way, maybe it should be under health and beauty or something. And you might determine you like health and beauty. You know what I mean? You like that space and you really learn your brand. You learn your multi-packs, your bundles, you know what I mean? And you can really get into it if you like it, because in other words, the entire category could be where you focus. I mean, there's just so many ways that you could work this. Now, in the next video, I'm going to show you how to remove those pesky stickers. And then the video after that, we're going to actually put the shipment together and get this. We're going to make sure we get everything to the same warehouse. That is another pain in the booty butt, where Amazon wants you shipping this stuff all over to every warehouse under God's green Amazon FBA ecosystem. So check those videos out. Make sure you use the resources that are down in the description. There's so much available for you. Guys, if that ain't good enough, there's a number down in the description. It's my number. You can text me, get connected. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have any questions, if you just want to speak to someone that's a little bit further ahead than you, don't forget to catch us live on Saturdays. Very short, but it's okay. We source together. It's what I really, really love to do. And that one item that we were looking at, I don't know if we talked about it in this video, but that dragon, we sourced that together going live. So take advantage, guys. This is what it's all about. If you're serious, it's not going to be many of you, but if you're that one, maybe 2 people that are really serious, you know, leave a comment, reach out. Tell me what you want. We can do this while I'm still here. So again, there's many, many resources. You saw me talking about tactical arbitrage. We've got an entire mini series. We've got the lightning courses to really get you going quick. If you need to get ungated, get ungated. We've got ungating courses. And if you take advantage of the links in the description, you can save a lot of money on that kind of stuff. There's just so much. But remember, it all comes back to the same thing. I say it over and over, and I'll never stop saying it. Your most valuable asset, your most valuable skill when it comes to selling on Amazon is your ability to evaluate products so that you can see the potential to actually sell the product, make money, and about how much can you realistically expect to sell. Once you develop that, then you do it the way you want to do it. You don't have to take advantage of all the things that I take advantage of. But if we both know how to evaluate, then we make our choices. If I teach you how to fish, you know how to fish. You pick the pond you want to fish in. You pick the type of fish you're trying to attract, but you know the basics. That's what this is all about. So I hope that was beneficial to you. If so, give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and share it. Share it with someone that you know that may be looking for a way to make some extra income. Be a benefit to others. If you have some tips, maybe you shop at Ollie's and you'd like to share something of value with the community. Be a working class hustler. We need you guys. There's so much, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. We've got videos that I want you to watch about the 7 steps to evaluating products. You saw me using the software Inventory Lab. We've got videos about that. You heard me talking about repricers. We've got videos about that. Oh my, there's just so much available for you. But like I said, if that ain't good enough, contact me, because you still might have those quick questions. I'm here for you. I'll see you guys in the next video.